Hi, I'm Wendy Shania.
And I'm Bud Krozik, and we're from the Norshaft Lions Club.
Today we're going to talk about the different community events that we participate in and hold in our area to assist our fellow residents.
There's quite a few things that we do and throughout the year, um, and all the money that we raise goes to the, our community. And it's quite a list of things that we do, and quite a number of people that actually help us out throughout the year.
How many years have we existed as Norshaft Lions, Bud?
66 years, 1953, core of I think 6 or 7 guys, um, and there is still one charter member around in the area.
Great.
Yep.
Yes, we're glad to have them. We're part of the world's largest service organization, which began in 1917. So we've been around since 1953, and we have over 100 members now. We basically have 5 areas of concentration. Our areas are diabetes, and right now we're attending the Bennington Farmers Market on a regular basis to create an awareness about diabetes and its prevalence in the world.
And also our sight and hearing, we collect the used glasses that people have, and actually it's they get collected and sent out, checked by optometrists, and then they just get sent out to people across the world that need glasses. We do some hearing aid assistance, and it's a great thing. There's a now we've got a actually the site, what do we call it,
The testing,
which is
for children, the audio meter at Molly Stark School.
I should do that. But this testing for the eyes now is just like the old camera that sits across from the table, and they're finding quite a bit of problems with young people's eyes without going through the eye doctor, and then they recommend them to go to the eye doctor. So it's kind of a pain-free thing, but we're hoping to take care of the vision problems early.
Yes, early detection, I
Early
think,
detection
is
is
key.
what they're saying. Yep.
And throughout the state of Vermont, the Lions Clubs have tested thousands of school-age children up to 6 years old, and then down to practically infancy, to be able to detect these issues early. We also are concentrating on hunger. That's one of our 5 areas as well. And one of our projects this year was to design this bag, which we are going to give out at our Food from the Heart event, which we do every February. And we're giving this out to people to be able to use for their shopping on a regular basis. And they also will be using this to contribute canned goods to us when we're in the area supermarkets collecting for Food from the Heart, so that we can donate the food from us to the area pantries. And we collected, how many pounds of food did we collect?
5,000 pounds last year that we collected. We were at Hannaford supermarket, or a Price Chopper supermarket, excuse me, and just gave a list of recommended things that we could use, and people have been great. It's the community that's been supporting us for this, and then it goes to the 3 local food pantries in the area, and it's really worked out well for us. It's a thing that Lions does all around. So usually it's February Food from the Heart. It's a great one-day event, and then we help lots and lots of people throughout that with that. The other thing now we're doing now is the other one of our things is the environment, and which goes back to the
that was part of this too.
Goes back to the bags. If we can help out with losing the single-use bags, then long term down through the environment, that's going to help out quite a bit. And what's the last one we're doing, Wendy?
It's pediatric cancer, which is very, very important. So we designed an event which is coming up on Sunday, September 22nd, and it's a breakfast that we're holding at the American Legion on Northside Drive. It's a pancake slash any other type of breakfast food gathering, and we're also holding a raffle that day, and all the proceeds will go to our pediatric cancer cause. Any money that we raise, as Bud said, goes back into our community, which is so very important to us.
It's
So-
it's something that if we can help out one or two people, you know, cancer is a terrible thing, no matter how old you are. But if you can help out a family, you know, with some expenses, I mean, that's where it's at. You know, so we're trying to get some awareness on this. This is the first year we're going to do this. Next year we might be doing something a little different, but we're just hoping to raise awareness for people around town as well, and help out the young cancer patients.
Every little bit of assistance helps.
Absolutely.
As you
Absolutely.
said, even if we can help them out with gas money, getting to their treatment center, or having a meal when they're on the road. It's the little things that can really assist these families that are in need.
Yeah, it's sometimes the little things are the biggest.
They
when
are.
You know,
They can make a huge difference.
and that's part of what Lions is about. Is the motto is we serve, and that's what we do. You think of a project that one or two people might be able to do, and you get a bunch of them together, and you'll see an event where you may see a core of 6 or 7 people, but there's probably behind the scenes of 8 or 10. You know, some of the events that we hold takes probably half or 3/4 of our group of people. Not everybody can do everything, but you know, like Matt Grass, our first vice president, says, you know, do what you can when you can, and that every little bit. So you think about every little thing that Lions International does. Lions is throughout the world and raises money for all our projects. It's just started out from a vision of one person, and you know, the things that gets done. You know, Night for Sight, one of our projects,
Yes.
one of our dinner dances coming up. I mean, it's helping out with you know, awareness for guide dogs, and it was in our 4th year that now we're raised enough money so they have a training facility here in downtown Bennington, so they don't have to travel to, you know, 30-40 minutes away 3 times a week. And we raised enough money the first year to name a dog after our one of our founding members, Cy Bluto, and that dog, I believe, is down in Texas.
Yes, I believe so.
And two of our members, Paul and Sue Rice, who used to raise guide dogs, took care of the dog, and he was well liked and did very well, and followed by all of us. And every little thing that he did, it was a round of applause at a meeting. I mean, it's just a great thing that we were able to do that, but we were able to do that with the community support, and that's where we thrive, is great community support.
Yes.
You know.
And we have so many events throughout the year. We have the Chili Fest in January, and that's during Winterfest over in North Bennington.
It's a good time.
We have Food from the Heart, which we just talked about at our local Price Chopper in February, where we collect food. The Night for Sight dinner dance is usually in March. And again, all the proceeds of that go towards the either the raising of guide dogs or some assistance that the puppy raisers need. In April, we have our Easter egg hunt over at Park McCullough House. May is our Cash Bash that we hold at the Elks Club, and we participate in a lot of the parades. As a matter of fact, the Battle Day Parade coming up this Sunday, we're going to be on. We're going to have a really exciting, huge float.
This year's theme for the Norshaft Lions is Knights and Dragons, and it's going to be a good time. And we're actually, again, joined by Arlington, which is our neighboring Lions group, and so there, even though you have certain groups and you're clubs, I mean, you help out each other when you can, and we've helped them out a lot, and they're a great bunch of people, and they're on the rise.
Yes,
You know,
they
good
are.
for them.
And they assist us in some of our projects too,
Right,
so
right.
that's always really great. So we're looking forward to the Battle Day Parade, and we hope that a lot of people come out. And the next thing that we're going to talk about is the biggest event we have of the year, our Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest.
Yes, so we're going to put our celebratory hats on for this event.
Oktoberfest. Well,
Bud gets the funny hat. So
there's beer and food and lots of fun. Tons of vendors.
yes, over 40.
40
I think.
vendors. The Romanowski brothers have been at this since year one. They'll be there. They have quite a following. They've a polka band out of
Someplace in New York, right?
someplace in New York, but they have quite a following from New York. Mass come up for that. A couple of years we've done some fundraisers out in the field. With one year we did a bear drop out of an airplane, stuffed animals into a grid. Last year we had Pirate Art Whitman and his tractor with the people mover, and I assisted him with that, and we were firing tennis balls out the cannon into the grid. People were getting prizes donated by the townspeople. Great sponsorship that
Yes.
you lead that, and kudos to you on that.
Yeah, it's really fun. And also lots of children's activities. So please come out. It's Saturday, October 5th, out at Colgate Park on West Road from 11 to 5. We would love to have you. The admission fee is $8, and children under 12 are free. So please join us.
This is a rain or shine, and this year, from what I'm understanding from
You'll
Lion-
see these around town, by the way.
right, from what I understand from Lion Mark Wilson and Lion Ray Cox, who are in charge of this now. At the gate, there's a bag.
Yes.
You get a bag.
We're
some-
giving these bags
bags.
out for you to be able to reuse when you do your shopping.
There's some water in that. There's some information on what Norshaft Lions is all about, and a roadmap of the event area. Because it's if you haven't been, go out there. It's a beautiful facility, and it's a good time. Great food, and there's a bunch of stuff going on. So Oktoberfest is always fun. So that'll be
Yeah.
Saturday, October 5th this year.
And you'll be seeing more of us through CAT TV to talk about our different events that we do through the year as the events approach. So you'll be seeing more of the green vests. And do you want to talk about anything else?
It's funny because you think about how long the Lions have been around, and I mean, I can remember when I was growing up that the green vest on a certain night, you left your light on the front porch, and they, bulbs and brooms,
I remember that
they used
too.
to do, and that was just one of the fundraisers. But you didn't realize that the clubs do everything else after that. It was just a bunch of green vests that show up at night. But there's a lot of little things that the Lions do. We have peace posters that we do at the elementary schools. There's the little pull tabs that go on the cans of beverages, and you collect those. And for I think 3 years at convention, Norshaft Lions has been the big bringer of the pull tabs, if you will, because we've had such community support. We've challenged some of the elementary schools, the North Bennington and Shasbury, and with that, along with Food from the Heart, we've challenged them with that. So we exist because of the community. Anybody can be a Lion. And at some point you decide whether you want, if you want to help out your community, and through that you become. I mean, I have honestly probably out of that 103, 102 people, I bet you there's probably 100 people that I could call up right today and say, I need a hand doing something. So you get family and friends involved, and it's a lot of fun. You meet some great people throughout conventions and whatever. And again, it's all of us at Norshaft Lions. Thank the community, because that's who that's who backs us and makes us who we are.
Yes, we couldn't do
so
it without their support,
My
right?
hat's off to them. So, but
So also consider becoming a member. We'd love to have you. And when you join our club, I think I was just talking about this at a meeting the other night. It's not a hard sell for us. You come and you look at all the events that we're doing, and you can choose what pushes your button, so to speak.
right.
You can decide what event you want to participate in. You don't have to be part of every event, although we'd love to have you. And our meetings are the first Tuesday of every month. Right now we're meeting at the Mount Anthony Country Club at 6:45. They're not only productive and planning projects, we have a great dinner, and we have a lot of fun too.
There is a lot of fun. You know, and if you can't, you know, if you're not in the area and you know somebody that, you know, whether it's Arlington or Manchester, and there's Tri-Mountain Lions, which is up in Londonderry. There's just a great bunch of people that are looking for. I mean, a Lions. I mean, you know, we have quite a array of ages and people that everyday people that, you know, that do all sorts of stuff, and it's amazing. You get together on a project and what we can do, and some of the service stuffs we do. We built a ramp for one of our members who needed assistance getting in and out of his house, and so that, you know, what can we do? And luckily enough, his neighbor owned a lumber yard, and there was the material list, and it showed up. So and we built it. So if you come, it will be. It's a good time. It really is.
Yes, it's really fun. And as we said, we do a lot of little things. In the winter, we provide sand pails to elder residents of our area so that they can have that for their driveways and walkways. So it's not always a big project. It's the smaller things too that can mean so much to people. And I'm going to close out with reading an excerpt from this trifold that we have that you'll probably see in different rack cards around town. Why did you join the Lions Club? So I'm going to read a quote from Bud that's in the trifold. He says, being a lion opens your eyes to those who need assistance from people who enjoy helping others. I joined to meet new friends and come together to help those that need a hand. Being a lion is very rewarding. I think that just about sums it up as to how we feel with being part of Norshaft Lions. As it's just a great honor and a great feeling to know that you're helping people in our community.
One of the great things we do the Memorial Day Parade, and it fluctuates from either North Bennington or Shasbury from year to year, and just the people that come out and applaud. And Battle Day Parade, the same thing. We're running around. There's we have a person dressed up at the lion, and you're running around and you're having a good time, and they see that we're having a good time. But somewhere out there, I mean, if someone stands up and gives you a round of applause, it's probably because we did something that touched them personally, but we didn't know it. You do it because that's what the Lions is all about. And so if you think that you want to get out and put a smile on someone's face or help out in an area that they they need it, then check out your local Lions.
Yes, even in the smallest way, it makes a huge difference to somebody that needs assistance. So we appreciate you watching us today.
We appreciate your support.
Yes, very much. And we look forward to seeing you around town and out and about in the community. Thank you.
Thank you very much.